Well, on the side of the argument for keeping things as they are, I think those are reasonable. On the side of making changes, I think it's also reasonable to say that Prabhupada was not, as he was reading, especially not while giving a class, was not in editing mode, so to say. He was not thinking, we shouldn't expect that he would have been alert to whether something should be changed or not, nor were any explicit questions being brought to him. Prabhupada, there could be a question about the use of this expression here, because normally in English we understand like this. You have spoken like this. Should we keep it that way or not? And I would think that so many times, if that would have been the situation, Prabhupada would very well have said, no, then you should change it. But in the classroom situation, in the situation of just reading his own books, he's relishing Krishna Katha, he's preaching, he's he's a Paramahansa who is taking the essence from the Guru Parampara, hearing it again from how he has expressed it once, relishing that and going and moving on. He's not in the mode of questioning details. So I think on that side you could argue that sometimes we have to make an adjustment. Now, with this adjustment, there is a question there as well, and I'm sure you've thought about it, but okay, English in the year 2006. What about English in the year 2106, right? I haven't myself thought much about it, but we have this tradition within ISKCON, and that's also a tradition that's been a little bit analyzed by one devotee scholar. To what extent is this legend? To what extent is it what Prabhupada said, the next 10,000 years, right? Language changes, and it changes fast. It changes very fast. The English language, the Oxford English, the Oxford University, the Oxford English Dictionary, OED. I was reading an article recently. They've now changed their policy in some degree from what it had been, which was to take English words that were recognized as established, to trying to collect everything that's out there that's coming in that lasts for any period of time, especially on the net. They're scoping the net constantly for new expressions coming out, and they're catching them and they're making definitions for them because they want to archive this as part of the history of the English language. So the language is changing. It's similar to the question of translating from a translation, translating from English into German province books, but it's a little different. And I can't say much more than that, and it's an interesting question. But it's something that the BBT has to anticipate.